you can relax. Colleen and Erik have a podcast. The world is scary and we're locked in our home, but now we have big microphones, so you can relax. That's the name of our podcast.
That theme song doesn't get old, does it?
It does.
It's catchy.
It's kind of long. I feel like we need to update it too.
Okay.
Anyway, hello, welcome to Relax. I'm Colleen Ballinger.
And I am Erik Stockland, someone that you are married to. You know, we have an anniversary coming up.
We do?
I think so.
No, we don't.
We don't?
Not till November.
Well, November, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We don't know what day in November, but...
We don't, do we? I'm going to say 12th.
I don't think that's it.
11th. I think if I just keep going backwards, eventually I'll hit it.
I don't know what it is.
You don't know, so you can't confirm it.
No, but I don't remember the number 12. I feel like it's either 7, 8,
That
9,
sounds about
or
right.
13.
That was
Because
are actually my lucky numbers.
Our wedding, whatever it was, our ceremony in the living room was...
You don't call it our wedding?
Well, it was our wedding, but it was like, I don't know. When you say wedding, people think like wedding, you know?
Oh,
but
no.
Our wedding was not the same day that we officially got married because we turned in our paperwork days later.
Yeah, we did.
And I think that was the 13th.
Sort of a courthouse thing and then like a very intimate
Impromptu wedding ceremony.
immediate family kind of deal.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was perfect. It was exactly what I wanted.
What a ceremony.
It was. We had pink and blue streamers at it.
We did.
Do you remember? Anyway, hello.
And children wrote our vows.
Who needs to relax today? They wrote everything, actually. They wrote
did.
the whole wedding. They did the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, what are we talking about? Relax. Who needs to relax?
We're doing a podcast.
Oh, gosh. I need water.
It's called Relax.
All of a sudden, there's something in my throat. Who needs to relax?
I'll go first since you're choking. Mornings are what I think need to relax this week.
Yeah.
I have found that you being pregnant with twins and us having a toddler at the same time. Are you okay?
I don't know.
Okay.
No, I mean,
Should I keep
no,
going?
I'm not. But yes.
You want to stop?
Yeah, keep going.
I found that I'm not getting enough sleep. We're probably both not getting enough sleep. How are you sleeping?
I'm not sleeping.
And so mornings are getting really hard for me, and I was just thinking about who needs to relax this week, and I just thought mornings, and I'm just having a hard time in them, and I thought about like there's morning people out there.
Yeah, I never understood the concept.
Do you know
of,
any
like,
morning people?
My sister says she is one.
Come on,
She's lying.
relax.
Well, here's the thing. I have heard of morning people. I know they exist. And I've always heard like, oh, you just have to adjust your schedule. I have tried that.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter if I have slept 12 hours. If it is before 9 a.m., if it was before 10 a.m.,
right.
I feel physically ill, like I'm going to vomit.
Yeah, and surely I hear sounds outside the window, so there are morning people doing stuff.
Does anyone
Mostly
wake up?
leaf blowing is what
Yeah.
I hear very early.
Do you think there are people that like legitimately feel their best in the morning?
I can't believe that, but like people like who like go to the gym before work or
No.
like go for a morning run,
Couldn't be me.
like read a newspaper.
Do we still have newspapers?
I think they're still in print.
Really?
In any case, I Googled why are mornings terrible and like just to see what would pop up.
Mhm.
And it was the first thing was like, why is my anxiety so bad in the morning?
Mhm.
Like that was like, it auto filled in. And I didn't say I have anxiety. Didn't add that
Mhm.
to the search. It just auto filled that.
Mhm.
So apparently the kind of stress or panic hormone in your body in your brain is called cortisol. And that hormone is released in the first hour when you wake up.
Okay. Can I
To
guess
keep-
why?
Yes. I was about to say why. You can guess why.
I have no idea. I have not looked into this. But for me, I feel like it is because at night, everyone else is like asleep. There's nothing else to do in the day. Usually, like in the morning, you have so many things to look forward to panic about. Do you know what I mean? Like when you wake up, it's like
it's more lizard brainy than that. Like, 'cause
Okay.
we are like just mammals, you know what I mean? It's more like you need to be alert when you first wake up. So it's to keep you alert.
so it
when you first wake
actually, your body forces you to have anxiety to wake you up.
Yeah. Well, so you essentially that hormone is released so that you're more alert when your body is just waking up
Okay.
in case of predators.
Mine doesn't work because I don't wake up alert. I wake up the opposite
well,
of that.
you're probably more alert than you would be without that hormone, I imagine.
I don't think that hormone works.
Do you find, are you
in me
more stressed or anxious in the morning, the first hour of the morning?
Yeah, I am, and I'm more like depressed.
Perfect. I love how you say that with like a cackle laugh.
I'm more like
depression is hilarious to you, huh?
It's hilarious. I have to clarify. I have been diagnosed with depression. I'm not laughing at depression or people with depression. It is a very serious, really horrible thing to experience.
Of course, yeah.
So my laughing is like because it's so ridiculous that like that was my answer. You said when you wake up, how do you feel? And my answer was depressed. I was not laughing at people with depression. Just want to clarify. So anyway,
I think we knew that.
Some people might mistake that for something else. So.
I got you, but you do have a sense of humor, and you are funny.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And so for this one, I'm here to help. I'm here to solve this problem. And so then I looked into how to have a better morning and feel better in the morning. And I got some tips.
Yoga?
I got some tips.
I'm sure one of them is yoga.
Realistic tips for how to improve your morning routine.
Are these realistic tips that I could do, or do you think I would not do any of them?
Oh, I don't think you would do a single one.
Okay.
Number one, don't rush. Rushing in the morning is bad.
Okay.
So
wake up earlier.
To prevent this, you want to get up earlier, but you still want to get a lot of sleep. Now, it is recommended that you get 7.5 to 8 hours sleep.
No one gets that except for
you
children.
Can go through 5 90-minute sleep cycles.
Yeah, that does. Well, I don't do that anyway because I wake up every 30 minutes.
To poop?
To pee.
Oh.
I wish I could poop. I can't right now. Anyway, continue.
Phone. Number 2 is phone equals stress, because if you wake up first thing in the morning and you're checking your emails or you're looking at social media, have you heard of that?
No.
There's a thing on the internet where people have social profiles.
Okay.
And they communicate with each other and post things like videos.
Never heard of it.
Media. So their advice, this article I read, is to leave your phone in another room.
That's hilarious.
Not the room that you sleep in.
It's not
and
gonna
use
happen.
an old-fashioned alarm clock. And when you wake up, don't look at your phone for the first hour.
It's not gonna happen.
When you wake up.
Nope.
Imagine you sleeping in a room without your phone on purpose.
I won't even imagine.
And then when you wake up, being like, not going to look at it for an hour.
Just the panic of knowing no one could get a hold of me. I can't.
So
no
this
way.
this would up your stress level?
Times 1 billion.
Well, they're saying this would help.
They're lying. They're wrong about me. Maybe other people that helps.
Number 3, don't snooze. Snooze button is bad.
Okay, we both can't do that.
You want to get enough sleep, but also when your alarm first wakes you up, or when you first wake up, this article recommends you move within 5 seconds. You have 5 seconds to move, to
Whose
get up.
brain works that fast when they wake up?
Because otherwise your brain will kill the idea of getting up and you'll snooze. You'll hit the snooze button.
Yeah. I think when your alarms go off, you don't hear them for 3 minutes. So how could you start moving in 5 seconds? Like I always hear them way longer before you even wake up to them.
So you're not going to do this one?
Well, you won't.
I'm not saying I could do any of these.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is going to help me at all. Number 4, a healthy breakfast.
Okay, wow.
No like quick fix, like easy sugar cereals or like toasts or things like that.
I have to say something about this. I have a pet peeve about this. I hate when people say breakfast is the most important meal of the day. I don't care about the science. I love science, and I think that science is truth and wonderful, and I think science is great. But I don't care about the science when it comes to breakfast, because it is not true for all people in this world that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and that eating a healthy breakfast will make you feel better. It does not matter if I eat garbage or the healthiest breakfast in the world. If I eat breakfast, I want to vomit.
Mm-hmm.
I want to have diarrhea. I want to throw it up. I hate it. Like it makes me so sick. The thought of eating the first few hours after I wake up, the thought of eating a meal is like the worst case scenario for me. I'd rather do anything else. It makes me so sick. And I've been that way my whole life.
I would have to agree with you.
It's awful.
But also I would note this, that you don't appreciate breakfast foods.
No, I don't.
You're not a breakfast food person. To me, as a child, my favorite family dinner was the absolute chaos of when we would have breakfast for dinner. I thought that was incredible.
Breakfast for dinner is fun. I don't love breakfast
When was
food.
the last time you would never?
My dad always had breakfast for dinner growing
And you
up.
liked it?
If my dad was in charge of dinner, there were two options. It was breakfast for dinner, or all of the canned food in the house would be opened and just on the table, and
What do you mean?
and we called it a buffet.
All just a canned food
Yeah,
buffet?
you got olives, peaches, pears, corn,
That's not
Vienna sausages.
dinner.
Open the cans,
Just
grab a spoon.
But as a kid, I would have loved that.
Yeah, it was awesome because we thought it was a buffet. We're like, look at all these choices in cans. And so that was great. And then also breakfast for dinner was always fun because it was weird. But I do not like breakfast food.
Now, I know and love your father, and I also happen to know that he listens to this podcast. So I will choose my words carefully. But I don't know that I've ever known him to cook anything other than grilling on like a holiday.
My dad makes a mean pancake and some
Does he?
killer eggs. He knows how to do breakfast. My dad.
I'm sure. I'm just saying, like, I don't think I've ever witnessed him cook. Not on a grill.
I feel like
in
breakfast. I feel like breakfast food is an art because I would consider myself able to cook. I would not say I'm a good cook or a bad cook. I just like am able to cook, and I cannot do breakfast foods. My scrambled eggs are disgusting. My pancakes are never right.
How are my scrambled eggs?
Oh, delicious!
Good, right? Yes.
Your scrambled eggs are so good.
Practiced. Thank you. I set myself up for that compliment for sure. But
well, all right.
Number 5.
Oh my God, this is a long relax.
Start your day. This is the last one. Sorry. Start your day with water.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Because apparently when you're sleeping, you become dehydrated. So it's important to rehydrate yourself first thing in the morning because that will have effect. Because I guess the way hydration works, it affects you later. So later in the day, you will feel fatigued, headaches,
See,
dizzy,
I feel all these things anyway.
nausea.
I feel all these things anyway. I'm pregnant. But I will say while I'm pregnant, I drink way more water. And I do drink water when I wake up because
First thing in the morning?
I wake up a million times a night. And every time I drink a lot of water. And I drink water when I wake up. So I do that one.
Okay, so I lied. That wasn't the last one. There is one more. And the last one says use caffeine only as a boost, not a fuel source.
Isn't caffeine like extremely addictive? Is it addictive or addicting? Which word would be correct?
What am I? Webster? You look like Webster, you. Is that a Webster thing?
Mr. Webster, please tell me.
I don't know. I think it is. I think it's certainly habitual.
Mm-hmm.
And I think people like myself, I get headaches if if I don't have caffeine for a couple days.
Interesting.
I don't know the correct terminology nor the answer to your question, but I like the idea. I like the concept that they're proposing there that like not as a fuel source, but as a boost.
You drink it all day.
Whereas I wake up and immediately need it and then drink it for the rest of the day. Maybe that's why I'm anxious. Yeah.
I think it's more than that, but
I don't think I could do any of those 6 things. But I could try. I could try every day to be a little bit better.
For you.
And maybe not suffer so much in the
mornings.
mornings.
Well, you know what would help you? I have something that could help you with one of those things.
You have a suggestion? You have a 7th thing? What's that?
And it's also one of our sponsors.
You're kidding.
Liquid IV. You love Liquid IV, Levy.
Well, I knew about them before they...
I know. Before they reached out to us, Erik was already chug-a-lugging on Liquid IVs. We're really excited about this one, guys. So our lives are hectic, obviously. I am very pregnant and need to be hydrated constantly. And Erik just likes to be hydrated because he likes to be healthy, right?
Yes.
So we actually got these Liquid IVs for me, and then Erik became so obsessed with them. We have to buy them constantly for him. And then they reached out and we're like, our pantry is full of this. So we're really excited. So guys, flu season is in full swing, which is terrifying. And proper hydration and vitamins can help support a strong immune system. Making hydration a priority helps us feel healthier on a day-to-day basis and fuels us to be the highest potential that we can possibly be in our lives. 1 stick of Liquid IV in 16 ounces of water hydrates faster and more efficiently than water alone. Did you know that? I feel like you already knew that.
I didn't know that because that's why I drink them all the time.
Not only that, but the product tastes great. It really do. It tastes so good. The flavors, they have lots of different flavors like watermelon, strawberry, lemon, lime. Are you going to be enjoying a few extra drinks now that the holidays are approaching? I'm not because I'm pregnant, but I'm sure my husband will.
Because you're pregnant.
This will hydrate you before or after,
Mhm.
if you're going to enjoy those drinks. You know what I mean? So,
Drinks on drinks.
Erik, how do you use your liquid IV?
I put it in a cup and then I put the recommended 16 ounces of water in the cup and then I stir it and I drink it through a straw.
That's true.
Or a reusable straw.
He drinks it all day. Like he has a cup full of liquid. I feel like you're always drinking it.
Yeah.
To the point where,
well, as we were just talking about, hydration is very important for human function.
That is correct. The other day he filled up.
What am I going to do? Just drink plain water all the time?
Ugh,
and
gross.
Like more of it than I would
Get
have to
outta here.
if I just had a liquid IV.
Yeah, no. Do you have a favorite flavor?
I like the tangerine one.
The tangerine one.
It has like I think that one has.
I don't think I've had that one yet.
They also have like vitamins, minerals in them. So I think that one has more vitamin C in it.
Ooh,
with that particular flavor. Lots of vitamin
I need to try
C.
that one. I have not tried that one. Liquid IV hydrates faster and more efficiently than water alone. It contains 5 essential vitamins, more vitamin C, like you said.
Mhm.
It contains more vitamin C than an orange and as much potassium as a banana. Healthier than sugary sport drinks. There's no artificial flavors or preservatives and less sugar than an apple. Made with clean ingredients, non-GMO, vegan, and free of gluten, dairy, and soy. So if you guys want to try it out, grab your favorite Liquid IV flavors nationwide at Walmart, or you can get 25% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use code RELAX at checkout. That's 25% off anything you order when you get better hydration today using promo code RELAX at liquidiv.com.
This is a Relax First, I think, that I've talked
the whole first
for
segment.
the whole first segment about
you relax.
Apparently I have a really big issue with mornings.
It was a good one.
But also self-improvement is important to me. And the idea of that I can keep trying to be a better version of myself every day for you and our family, our growing family.
Of course. We are a growing family. Now, I didn't get to my relax. So I'm going to get to it now.
Of course.
The thing
what do you think
I think needs to relax is not as insightful and helpful as yours. Mine's dumb. My thing that needs to relax is a little specific. But cold butter?
Oh my God.
Come on. Speaking of breakfast, cold butter on toast doesn't spread.
I'm with you, love. Cold butter is terrible.
It's the worst.
That's a good one. Why do you have to be so down on yourself?
Why do we need it to be cold? There's no situation in which I want my.
I think it's like a.
I know you have to keep it. Well, I know. I understand this.
Comes from an animal's.
I understand it's dairy and I get it. But listen, why? It's just I don't like that it's cold. There's no situation in which I want cold butter. Tell me one situation where cold butter is what you need.
We'll get back to that. I just said it comes from an animal's breast, but I don't think that's the correct term. What would you call
teats? The
breasts of an animal? You wouldn't refer. See, I did it again. Udders? Udders would be.
Well, that would be for cows, yeah.
Right. But what about other animals? Do you call them?
Nipples.
No, yeah, but the whole area. Not an areola.
I don't know. They're breasts or their udders or their, I don't know. It depends on the animal, I guess. But nipples?
Like what? Like a camel has breasts?
Or
would it have?
Female ones would.
Like a kitten. Does a kitten have breasts?
No, they have nipples. I would say nipples. I wouldn't say breasts. Chickens have breasts.
Chicken breasts. Okay, good.
See, I don't know.
Now I can move on.
Okay, anyway, cold butter. Terrible. It just upsets me that, like, if I want butter spread on any kind of bread, doesn't matter, bagel, toast, just like I make fresh bread, it comes out of the oven. There's no scenario in which I'm happy to have cold butter.
Do you think people right now are screaming at whatever listening device they're listening on, saying like, just get a butter dish like we have?
We have one, but then when it goes empty, it's like the worst.
Oh, because then you have to.
But also and also I make, well, not anymore, but I used to make a lot of cookies constantly. And usually with baking, you have to have your butter at room temperature. I don't want to wait 2.5 hours for my butter to get to room temperature. It's just, there's no scenario in which I enjoy cold butter. It makes me upset.
Microwave.
No, you can't, because then just the edges get melted into liquid and the inside is still cold and hard.
You ever microwave a stick of butter and then you go to take it out and just like the liquid butter pours out of the packaging,
it's not good.
The wax packaging, and then you just have kind of still frozen butter?
I think the main thing is like, I don't have that big of an issue with cold butter. It's mostly like spreading a slice of cold butter on bread or like a bagel or toast. It like, when it just rips apart the bread.
You don't eat bagels or toast. What spurred this? What happened to you?
I don't know. I was just, for some reason, I was thinking about it today and it was upsetting me.
We have a giant butter dish that has like soft butter in it right now.
I know, but I still don't. I don't know why. Because like there's a lot of restaurants that do this, and
You
that's
get like a nice
really
roll
upsetting.
and you go to put the butter on the roll and it's just like
Rock hard.
destroys the roll in your hands.
I don't like that. It really bothers me. I don't know. I don't know why I was thinking about it.
Those little like butter squares you get at a restaurant.
Or when they're butter balls. I like the butter balls, but if they're cold,
they always have them
get
chilled.
out of here.
Yeah. Well, you can take the packaged like little squares, you put them in your pocket for like a minute, then they're soft.
Okay, that's true, I guess.
You ever put butter in your pocket?
No. Who puts butter in their pocket?
I've done it before to soften butter, sure.
All right, anyway.
But then don't forget about it.
Oh, no, that's not good.
So you got butter in your pockets.
Oh, what if you wash your pants?
Oh. Well,
Wait, your pant pockets or a jacket pocket?
Pants pocket, jacket pocket.
I don't know.
For it to get warm, you'd want it like against your thigh.
Oh, thigh butter? No one wants thigh butter, love. Come on.
Your bare thighs, like the
That's
pocket
pretty close
part.
to other areas I don't want it near. You're getting close to other areas. Crotch butter is
crotch butter.
No one wants crotch butter. Oh, the things we talk about on the show. Okay, so I do have a couple of things I wanted to talk about, but first, I wanted to ask you.
Did you?
I did. I have a very important question to ask you.
Is it more butter stuff?
It's not about butter. It's not about crotch butter, thigh butter, cow butter.
Do camels have
camel
crotches?
I wonder what Okay, anyway, we're moving.
Whoa.
Do camels have crotches? Was that your question? Anyway, my question to you is, how are you, love? And I'm not being facetious. I'm not being silly.
Well,
We've had a heck of a week.
Whoa. I can't remember the last time anyone's asked me that.
I think our doctor asked you like a week ago. But how are you?
Did I cry then too, as I am now? How am I?
Mm-hmm.
A little on edge.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What edge? An anger edge? Sadness edge? Overwhelmed edge? What edge are you on?
I think I'm in like, I think I asked you yesterday. I go like, jokingly, but also like kind of dead serious, like, hey, am I in total free fall crisis right now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you are.
And you responded, you were on your, like looking at your phone. You responded without looking up your phone. You just go, yeah, totally. Like without even looking at me.
Because we both are.
Yeah. Are we going to talk about that?
What thing are we talking? We can talk about anything you want.
There's like there's part of me at this point in your pregnancy, our pregnancy.
I'm the one who's pregnant, but
right.
Yes, it is our family growing, and you are.
So I can't say I'm pregnant.
You cannot say you're pregnant.
Oh,
sorry.
Okay. It seems that we've come to like the point in the term, to whereas anything could happen. And you don't want it to, but it could. Things are in motion. I don't know. You know what? I don't know. I'm on edge about. It's getting to like the point where we're like, do we have the stuff? We need the stuff. Get the stuff. Are we? Oh, it's actually
now
it's getting real.
Flynn, we didn't have any of the stuff.
Mm-mm.
I mean, we had his room ready at least. But anyway, we didn't really have any of the stuff. And he came early, and it was great. And this time around, it's twins. It's a high-risk pregnancy. I have a bunch of conditions that make it even a higher risk pregnancy. And we're just kind of we're essentially on baby watch until they come. And I'm only 20,
from this point
30 weeks right now. And from this point on, it could be today. It could be in 2 months. And so it's just kind of, that was Erik knocking on wood.
No,
for
somebody's
which
here.
One? Oh, God. It's stupid.
It's Miranda.
So, no, it is not Miranda. But I was wondering how you're doing. Because I never just look at you and go like, hey, how are you?
That's really nice. Like good eye contact.
Was it? I'm not good at that.
You seemed genuine.
I am genuine.
I feel like
What?
You're looking into my soul right now. I don't know.
I know.
I'm okay.
Yeah, that's a lie, but it's okay.
I'm here for you.
I know. I'm here for you too, as much as I'm able to be. I wish I could be here for you more.
But I am on edge because of all those things. Did you forget I said that? Because then you just asked me, how are you again?
No, but that was all you said. You didn't like elaborate on anything about how you're feeling. But if that's a great answer.
There's a part of me that's excited.
Mhm.
There's a part of me that's very tired already, which makes me scared about how tired
You're about to
I
be.
should expect to be. But I'm very excited
Mhm.
and happy excited and scared excited.
Mhm.
People use that term. I'm all the things. I'm many things,
Mhm.
if not all of them.
Mhm.
How are you? Hey,
I think.
Hey.
What? You're being creepy now.
how are you?
You know how I am because I always say out loud, "I am this. I am this. I am this."
You don't.
I
you're
never
always
stop
saying
talking
you
about
feel.
how I'm
You're
doing.
not shy about it. Nobody needs to ask. But hey, how are you?
I am. If I'm being totally honest,
Yeah.
not good.
Your eyes are your eyes are literally filling up with tears at the very notion
good.
of having to describe
I'm
how
not
you
good.
feel.
Yeah, no, I'm just pregnant.
Yeah.
I'm just pregnant, and like I said, I have a billion conditions that could make these babies come literally right now, and that's overwhelming. But you know what I'm really excited about? I'm very excited to meet the kids.
Yes.
Like I'm excited to meet these babies and see what they look like and see what their personalities are and just kiss their cute little faces and snuggle them. I gotta say, I love them. I hope no one takes this the wrong way. I hope you know I'm kind of joking out there. I'm kind of more excited to just not be pregnant though.
Yeah.
Like I'm excited to have the babies, more excited to just not be pregnant.
Yeah, I'm sure you're not more. But
yeah.
but I know the first thing you say when you're not pregnant anymore is, "Oh my God, I'm not pregnant."
Well, just the one time with Flynn, yes.
Yeah, but I think that'll happen. You immediately will have your body back. Like you're right now a host.
Yeah, it's not just my body because I won't have my body back. They'll get my body, but I will be. My soul will be back. I feel. I'll feel like my soul.
Yeah, you'll feel like yourself again.
Yeah. So yeah. But I'm surviving. I feel like today's a good day for me, considering the situation. Considering my eyes are full of tears, and I said I'm not good. That this is good for me. That I didn't burst into tears when you asked that question.
Yes, you would have. Yeah, that's. I would say like, more like a normal day. This must be
like
a great
really
day?
great day. I am not sobbing currently, so I think we're good. Yeah, but anyway, I just wanted to check in on you.
That's very nice. Keeping on the baby stuff. What else are we going to talk about? Last night, I feel like we settled on names.
We didn't settle on names.
I was ready. I'll just say this. I was ready to shake hands on it. I literally stuck in my hand and I go, that's it. Deal. For both of them.
Yeah,
full names.
I'm not 100%.
Out the door right now. Sign it. I would have signed off on those names.
I'd say we're close. Which is much more than we can say about Flynn, because we did not know at all with Flynn. We were like, nah. We had mentioned the name Flynn when I first got pregnant and liked it, and then kind of were like, nah, the rest of the pregnancy. And then,
or we don't know. It wasn't like nah.
Yeah, it was just like we don't know.
It's now his name, so he should know. Like we just didn't know.
No, of course not. We just
sure.
didn't know. We were like, man,
we'd never named a human before.
So anyway, this time we've kind of narrowed it down. But why I won't say yes is because I kind of flip flop between a couple names for both kids.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think we've narrowed it down, first name wise, to 2 for each.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are middles that seem to fit with those. It's just,
I'm like open to like, what if a name comes about that I'm like, oh, that's
of course. But I'm just saying.
I will say, I do think we've done that with the boy name. The boy first name, I feel like we're both like, that's good.
You
like
are?
it.
You're confirming that now?
I'm not confirming.
Will you shake my hand now and say that that's the boy's name?
No, I will not. I will not. But I'd say
if you don't do it now, I know we'll be at the hospital for 3 days before you're
I won't. I say I'm 95%.
Okay. I'll take 95%.
I'm 95% on the boy name. I'm like, I flip-flop on the girl name a lot.
Mm-hmm. I do as well.
Yeah. So we're getting there.
But also like there has become like an issue to whereas if you like one for one, the other one doesn't.
It sounds weird, guys. Twins is hard.
Acoustically match up.
Yeah. Because it's like with twins, we don't want matchy names.
No, they don't have to match.
No, we just don't want them to like sound like we made them match.
Right. In like, but like kind of like off pitch way.
Yeah, like
you know this is what I mean by acoustically. Yeah. It's like
2 of our favorite names for the babes. We don't want them to be matchy, and it sounds like we're making them matchy.
Right.
And so
but
then
like
we're like, we can't do that.
Off a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of, we can't explain it because then we'll have to say, by the way, the reason we're not going to say the names, first of all, we aren't decided, but if we did decide 100%, I still don't think we would say the names out loud to people because whenever I've told people the names we're thinking about,
I'm not going to tell people.
I've told people the names I'm thinking about and they're like, ugh, you can't do that. And I'm like, I really like that name. And what if I had chosen that name and now I know that you hate it?
Yeah.
Like,
plus, once the thing has that name, it just is that thing, and so then it, like people won't like put their own weird personal spin on it. But yeah, it's been hard, like syllable wise.
So there's so many things.
And noun sound wise that like
noun sound.
Is that right?
A noun is a thing.
Oh, vowel.
There you go.
What did I say?
You said noun.
What am I?
What are we naming them?
I
like
was like
things?
an English major and I bailed on that like pretty quickly.
What?
Yeah. Well,
you were an English major?
One of the things your parents will do to you if you want to be a theater major in college will say that you are crazy and you need to have an actual major. And so I was.
I can't imagine your parents saying that.
Well, I would be terrified for my child if they're like, I'm going to be a theater major in college. I'd be like, guy, sure thing. Do whatever makes you happy and do plays. But like, you should, if we're going to pay for you to go to college, like maybe get a degree that someday someone will ask to see. You know what I mean? So I was an English education. First I was
You're blowing my
communications major and film major, minoring in theater. And then I was a English and education major, minoring in theater. And then after about like 2 years of college, myself, my academic advisor, and my parents realized that I only had theater credits and would be in school as long as a doctor to be an English major, like to then get all those credits that I needed.
What did you want to do with it?
But if I wanted to be a theater major, I was pretty much already done.
But wait, what would you have done with an English major? What would you have?
I think I would have failed at acting. You know what I mean? Because I would have had like a fallback plan.
Why was that your fallback? Like you wanted to be an English teacher? Like what did you want to do with it? Is what I'm asking.
Yeah, well, I would have maybe been. I guess I didn't want to, but it just seemed like I needed to do something academically with the money that was being spent on it. That
you didn't go like business communications, like something that's like more generic. English major?
Well, yeah, to like teach English or secondary English. Yeah, because like English teachers I absolutely love. And they were my favorite teachers. And it was always my favorite class. And they were the people that were like, you should be an actor. Were the people, like I've said this story, where the English teachers were the ones that directed the plays in my junior high and high school. The theater people were the English teachers also would have you read a Shakespeare play in English class or another play or something. And then they would be the ones that would direct the plays. Because there wasn't just drama teachers. They were usually the English teachers that also, like maybe there was one drama class, but it was taught by an English teacher that had whatever drama experience.
So interesting.
Public high school.
I guess that makes sense because you have to like read the plays and Shakespeare things.
Yeah. So in my mind, it's just like the two kind of went together and I could secretly get away with actually majoring and getting a degree in theater before anybody, it was too late.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was kind of my cover story.
Got it.
For a bit. Why are we talking about this?
We're just letting happen whatever happens.
You were so
but we do need to take a moment to say thank you to our next sponsor, which is Cerebral. Did you know that in the last year, rates of anxiety and depression have doubled in the US and in our home?
I was going to say that.
These days, it can take weeks to get a traditional therapy appointment. Cerebral is an online mental health service that offers prescription medication, counseling, and therapy for anxiety, depression, ADHD, insomnia, and more. And like I say every time they sponsor us, these are all things that I have. So we at Love Cerebral, I know from experience how expensive therapy can be, doctors can be, medication can be, all that, and how overwhelming it can be. This kind of takes care of all those issues for you. It's really, really wonderful. Whoa, I couldn't even say that word. Why did I say that so I'm a wonderful? Anyway, I need more therapy.
Speech therapy.
I have an English major here. You can help me out. Anyway.
Not the same thing.
Eric has used Cerebral and he loved the experience.
I did, yeah.
He said it made it so much easier and
then
it was fast.
Past real world experience, this was like, wow, I wish this was around.
Right. And as he was explaining it to me, the whole process, I was like, oh my gosh, it took me months and months to find the right doctor for me, the right therapist for me, and figure out what was going on inside my little brain.
It's big.
And thank you.
Look at your hat sizes.
Okay. You could have just left it at I'm smart. Cerebral is one of the few services that provides prescription medication online through a licensed provider and ships medication straight to your door. It makes it so easy. You don't have to go to the pharmacy, all that mamma jamma, and you have to pick, which by the way, I've picked up meds before for my brain, and I picked them up and I'm like, it was like my first time. I was like embarrassed because, which you should never be embarrassed about mental health stuff. Yeah. But it was my first time and it was like nerve wracking. And the woman was like, "Are you Miranda Sings?" And I was like, "Oh, I was
really?
Like,
you never
I was so embarrassed. She's like, "Oh my gosh." And she was like telling everyone as she's handing me my medication.
But you shouldn't be embarrassed about it.
No, I'm not. No, not anymore. I talk about it all the time.
No, but you would never want to be recognized at a pharmacy.
Yeah, no, it's just
not by someone you knew or if you were
well,
known.
now I don't have to worry about it. Cerebral makes so you don't have to have those. If you ever worried that someone's going to recognize you as Miranda Sings when you're picking up your prescription, Cerebral take care of it for you. Cerebral can connect you with your counselor and therapist on your own schedule through your laptop or the Cerebral mobile app. You have unlimited messaging with your care team. So you get scheduled sessions based on what's most convenient for you. You don't have to wait weeks to be seen. You can do your sessions on a laptop or a phone, so you can always find an area at home where you're most comfortable. And they have affordable treatments that are 1/3 the price of traditional therapy. That is true. And I'm so jealous that was your experience, Lovey. Treatment options are available with or without insurance. Cerebral is in network for several insurers, and they're working every day to grow their partnership. Even if you're out of network, they'll provide you with the necessary paperwork so you can easily submit a claim. And for listeners of this program, you can receive 65% off your first month of medication management and care counseling at getcerebral.com/relax. Go to getcerebral.com/relax for 65% off your first month. That's just a total of $30 to get started. Join Cerebral today on their mission to make quality mental health care accessible and affordable for all. All right, love, there's something today that I thought would be fun to talk about with you. I'm going to admit something to you that's embarrassing.
Oh, that's a fun game.
Where this is something I did kind of my whole childhood and kind of my teenage years too. And I'm curious if you did the same thing. And I'm curious if anyone listening did the same thing or if I'm just totally nuts. So I was convinced, positive, absolutely positive, I was being filmed at all times. Never Alone being filmed.
At what age?
For as far back as I can remember.
Oh.
And through high school. And I remember when
hidden camera, security cameras?
Yeah, and I didn't know what for. But I will tell you this, when the Truman Show came out.
I knew you were going to say that.
I was like, oh my God.
Do you know, since that movie came out, there is an actual psychological condition. So now I'm just Googled this really quickly. Mm-hmm. So there's something called the Truman Show delusion, or Truman syndrome, is a type of delusion in which the person believes that their lives are staged reality shows or that they're being watched on cameras. The term was coined in 2008 on film boards by brothers Joe Gold and Ingold, a psychiatrist and a neurophilosopher. Am I even speaking? Yeah. So essentially, because of that movie, people now think that that's happening to them. And so I think that it happened to you before.
Yes.
Is really interesting.
But I wonder if anyone else out there felt like that.
I'm sure a lot of people do.
I mean,
I do it sometimes when things happen that are so strange or coincidental. Mm-hmm. I've definitely had that. It's not like deja vu, but it's like a version of that. You know what I mean? To whereas you think this is all a setup. You know what I mean?
I just remember driving in my car alone and being like, I'm being watched right now, sit up.
That's so weird. Yeah.
If I'm singing, they can hear it. And I didn't know who they was. I just was I felt like I don't know, which it could be, okay, it could be a combination of things because, I was raised very religious, and in Sunday school, we were taught that God is watching you at all times and he knows your thoughts too. Yeah. So whatever you're thinking, whatever you're doing, he sees everything.
I think so don't ever be a sinner. We're more prone to this for sure.
And I take everything very literally. That's how my brain works. And it's so that was serious business to me. Mm-hmm. So I think maybe that blended into more of an imaginative, kid version of that. Maybe I'm always being watched. So I'm always performing.
Yeah. But you all are also a performer and like kind of always.
Well, yeah. And I was thinking about, because people all the time talk about, because I vlog every day. We do this podcast. I've been on the internet for over a decade sharing my life. And I'm like, oh, I wonder if that like.
Oh, you are the Truman Show. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Like, I wonder if I like prepped myself for this job before it existed in the sense that
imagining it?
No, like people are always like, how are you so like able to just like talk about your feelings? Or like I posted a vlog last week where I was crying, as I do often, about how I was feeling and like just open up about it. And there were a lot of comments that were like, I love, like, how are you able to just like talk about these things and open up about these things? It makes other people feel like it's okay to be sad or whatever. And I think it's because like, I've just always felt everyone was watching. Does that mean I'm a narcissist?
Oh, textbook. Yeah. No,
darn
no,
it.
I don't know. I don't think it means that. I think, I don't know what it means. I mean, I've always asked you, like, I thought it was, I remember when YouTube first came out and like you could put things on YouTube, like, but like, I didn't do that. I didn't know anyone who did that, but you were just like, I'm going to film myself doing stuff and I'm going to put it on the public internet. And you said you would share it with your friends and family and stuff like that. Like, and that's kind of like how you used it, but you're also like putting these videos publicly on the internet. You know what I mean? And you were just sharing from the beginning of that whole platform.
Yeah. I wonder
before the word YouTuber existed, before there were like other YouTubers to like necessarily like look up to or
there's just like a handful.
Just a handful, right? Yeah. But like you just I could never.
That connected in my brain the other day. Like I was like, I wonder if that feeling of like I'm always being watched. Someone's like, it didn't like people are like, how does it feel knowing that like millions of people are watching you or 100,000 people are watching you? I'm like, I don't even think about it. It's just kind of like, if I have to cry, I have to cry. Like, isn't that weird? Because so I wonder if that has something to do with like why I'm so comfortable with it. It's like my brain is just.
We're kind of breaking down why you're able to, but also why you do what you do is there's a lot of like influencing factors.
But did you ever think that? Did you ever think you were being watched?
No.
You didn't?
I mean, like if I was like shoplifting and there were
like if you're ever
cameras.
Alone, like in the car, you're not like someone's watching me.
No, like
well, I don't
unless
think that
I thought
now.
I was being like followed.
Yeah, I don't think that now, but I really don't. But when I was a kid, I remember thinking that all the time.
I think I would like play pretend that like I was, I'd be playing wiffle ball like by myself and pretending I was like I wouldn't like actually think people were watching
that
me.
Was, by the way, this is a change of topic, which maybe needs to happen because I think everyone's going to think I'm totally nuts.
No, I don't think so.
But I wonder if anyone else ever felt that way.
It's a very condom syndrome.
It's very condom
very condom delusion or syndrome.
It's a very condom. Okay. Anyway, that just reminded me of something that you said when you're playing like wiffle ball, baseball, or whatever you just said, and you're like in your mind, you like do a grand slam. That brought me back to when I had a Razor scooter.
What's a grand slam, by the way, since you're using that?
Oh my God, it's so funny you just asked me that because I wrote down one of the things that we should talk about today is baseball. So we're going to get to that in a second.
Okay.
Grand slam is baseball, right?
Yes. It's also a breakfast food.
Denny's. Yeah. Or IHOP, one of the two.
Full circle.
Anyway, so I remember specifically, and it was the coolest feeling in the world. And I love seeing Flynn do this now. But I remember specifically riding my Razor scooter and doing like the tiniest little like boop, like little hop over a crack or something. And in my mind, it's been like the craziest tricks and flips. Or like jumping in the front yard and be like, I just did 6 flips. Like, you know what I mean? Like where you just like imagine like kids are so cool how they like think they did the coolest thing in the world when really it's like kind of lame. Flynn does that all the time and it makes me so happy when he does. He's like, do you see that?
Yeah.
Do you see how fast I ran? Like he'll like,
you see how big I am?
Yeah. He said it to me last night. He wanted me to carry this big box into the other room and I can't. And I said, we actually need daddy to carry this big box. It's too heavy for mommy. And he goes, Mama, I'm really strong, so strong and so big and strong. I'm getting so big. I'm getting so strong. I can carry it. And this box is like double the size of Flynn.
Yeah.
And it was so sweet. And I hated to crush his little heart.
Well, because
So-
he can lift lots of heavy things now.
Well-
but he always makes those effort noises like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I was just like, you are so big and strong. That's so true. I think you and daddy should do it together. You know, I didn't
And
want
we
to be
did.
like, you cannot carry this thing. But he's so cute. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what made me want to bring that up, but I was thinking about that. I was like, what's something weird that I don't think I've ever admitted to Erik before? Because I thought it'd be fun to admit something weird to you. And the first thing I thought it was like, oh, I always thought I was filmed.
I love talking about that because I love that movie, The Truman Show.
I
think it's
love
like
that movie.
like one of the like very few like perfect movies.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Like front to back.
Mhm.
And it is, I think it is that because the performances are great, like everything, the writing is great, but like the concept
Mhm.
is so great and like somehow relatable, but it's relatable because people have these feelings. You, I
Mhm.
think, on a more intense level,
Mhm.
but I can relate to what you're saying.
Yeah, I think because I always thought my dad always filmed us for like home videos. Like we'd make stories and movies,
Like narrative features,
Yeah,
home videos.
like with
yeah.
credits
With
on
like,
a piece
yeah,
of
they
paper
would
that
roll
we'd
credits.
pull.
From a very young age, you would be
Oh,
given
since
parts
I was
in
1
these
year
feature
old. Yeah.
length movies. Yes.
Yes. I wouldn't say feature length. They're probably 5-10 minutes. But
Yeah.
oh yeah, we had Super Trent. We had Super Trent and the Giant Slug, which was the sequel. We had
Yeah. See,
lots
this is
of
all a
Time
recipe
Machine.
for who you became.
right. I
You
was kind
know?
of prepping to become a YouTuber or whatever, sharing my life
Yeah.
on the internet.
It's not random, the life choice you've made for the career that you have.
Right. Well, I
Yeah.
always thought it was because of my dad filming us as kids, like for home videos. My dad always says he was only doing it to submit a VHS tape to Funniest Home Videos in hopes that he would win.
I can totally see your dad, like that being
He
his
was
like
like
dream.
always hoping.
Who didn't have that fantasy also? Did you ever think like with any of your home movies, like, oh, this could win America's? Because that was
Yeah.
huge when we
That
were
was
kids. That was the
huge.
biggest TV show,
It was
TGIF,
huge.
Friday night, America's Funniest Home Videos.
It was like Full House, Family Matters,
like
America's Funniest
you
Home
would
Videos.
be king. Like, you know what I mean? So you'd always be hoping for that to happen. Oh, that could be on it. That could be on it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, now it's just like those are like, I wonder if that show is now like obsolete because everything and everyone's
is
whole
filmed
life
now.
is filmed and online in a million different ways. On
Well,
a million
yeah,
different
now
platforms.
our version of America's Funniest Home Videos, like it goes viral and you could end up on Ellen or some talk show, you know, if your video goes viral
Right.
and is funny enough. But anyway, I know that was really random, but I wanted to bring that up before we got into the baseball discussion, which I do want to have with you.
Well, this is a baseball podcast. So.
Of course, it's a baseball podcast, love. But first, I want to say thanks to our next sponsor, which is HelloFresh.
HelloFresh, not to be confused with my $1 million business idea in the works, HelloRash,
Okay.
which we've talked about. I've pitched this to you.
I don't remember it. Hello Rash?
Yeah, it's like an app, an identity. You can
Oh,
just,
yes. You just take
hold
a picture of the
picture
rash.
of your rash, and it says "Hello Rash,"
You
and
know,
then it tells you what
You could just
your
be
medical
part of a
issue is.
mom group text and it's the same
Is
thing.
that what mom group texts are? It's just a bunch of rash
pictures
pictures.
of rashes from our kids. Okay. Anyway, fall can be hectic, you guys, but HelloFresh's recipes save time you'd otherwise spend on meal prepping, grocery shopping, and chopping. So you can focus on getting back into a new routine and spending quality time with your family. HelloFresh offers 50 menu and market items to choose from every week, including vegetarian, calorie smart, and gourmet options, providing plenty of variety. Ingredients travel from the farm straight to your door within a week, so you get the convenience without skimping on the quality. Hello. Fresh. It's so fresh. So yeah, we love HelloFresh here at our house. It's the best. I obviously love cooking with Erik, but lately I've been so pregnant and miserable that it's hard to do anything. And HelloFresh makes it all so easy.
Mhm.
Because the ingredients just come straight to you. It's all organized and figured out for you.
You just pull up a bar stool for you, open the box,
and I sit there
it's
while
all
you do
there.
all the work.
Yeah, it's perfect.
So it's been really great. But it's great even when I'm not pregnant. It's really fun. It's like a nice date night or on just a day where you're super, super busy. You don't have time to think about what's for dinner or
Go to the grocery
plan
store.
anything or prep. It's just all right there for you. It's really wonderful. So if you guys want to check out HelloFresh, you should just go to HelloFresh.com/14relax. Don't forget that.
What's the number 14 for?
Well, I'm about to tell you.
Oh.
You use 14 Relax, the code 14 Relax, for up to 14 free meals.
Oh.
Hello, including free shipping. Go to HelloFresh.com/14 Relax and use code 14 Relax for up to 14 meals, including free shipping. You guys.
Oh, food.
Yeah, that's a lot, and it's amazing. So definitely check it out and try out America's #1 meal kit. We love it, and we think you guys will too.
HelloFresh. You've heard of them before.
They're the best.
What are you waiting for?
Check them out. Okay, so there's something else I want to talk about.
You want to talk about sports? I know. You love sports.
I love sports, guys. I love sports.
Yeah.
No, so the other day,
Mhm.
I walked into our living room,
Yes,
and Erik was watching baseball.
that's right.
And I said, why are you watching this?
Because we're in Dodger Town, baby.
He said, it's the playoffs. And I said, okay, I don't even know what that means. Why is it on TV?
You literally asked me, what's playoffs? You don't even know what that means as a sports term, because there's playoffs in every sport.
I was going to say, is it like right before like if it were football, the Super Bowl, like they have playoffs.
That's like, the final.
But they do play. I feel like they do playoffs
playoffs.
for like 70 months for football. I feel like you start watching football and it lasts forever.
No, I think it's like 4 weeks.
What? That is not true.
For the playoffs in football? Yeah.
That is not true. Why do you watch football for 6 months?
Well, then they take like 2 weeks before they do the Super Bowl so they can like build up to it.
No, you watch Super Bowl or you watch football it's on for months.
I'm talking about the playoffs. You asked about the playoffs.
What's the difference? Isn't the whole thing playoffs because you're playing against each other?
I don't know how to, it's like, why is the sky blue? I don't know how to explain these things to you, but like there is a regular season and then there's playoffs. So they play games in the regular season of sporting events to determine who has like the best record. And then the best teams with the best records are placed in spots in the playoffs to then like kind of narrow it down to the 2 best teams who play in the Super Bowl.
Fine.
Or the World Series.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Or the NBA Finals.
How is it different from like the beginning? Like when do they decide when the playoffs start? Because isn't the whole time they're competing to find out who's the best one? Isn't it like they keep narrowing it down the whole time?
I just told you, I just answered this question. There is a regular season, which is a set amount of games. And there are usually divisions in these sports. And then the winner of those divisions and a wild card team will make it to the playoffs. Mean? Like you didn't win your division, but you had the best record of all the teams that didn't win their divisions.
So it's not a wild card.
They call it, and then they'll play a wild card game. No, it's not like a wild card in like Uno. Like
it's like random draws.
It's not random. No, it's like you had.
They should call it. They should change the name.
They should call it Uno.
No, they should change the name. Wild card. I got excited. I was like, ooh, someone random gets picked. Like maybe the Lions will actually end up playing a game.
Look at you.
Erik
saying
likes the
an
Lions.
animal.
Okay. So
right
how
now
many
it's the
teams
baseball
go to the playoffs of the baseball?
Depends on which sport. But
baseball.
I don't know. 16?
16?
Yeah,
how many teams are there before that?
I don't know if it's 16. I don't know. Off the top of my head, I don't know exactly how many teams.
Erik's not a huge baseball fan. He just likes the Dodgers.
It's 4 divisions. So 8 was a couple wild card teams. I don't know. Somewhere in there.
So how many teams are there to begin with?
In which sport?
Baseball.
32 in football.
There's 32?
How many? Yeah, I don't know how many.
Wait, I thought every state had a football team.
No.
So it's not 50 football teams?
No, but some states have multiple football teams. Like
what?
Well, yeah, there's even our city has 2.
What?
The Chargers and the Rams.
Why does LA have 2?
Because they keep moving them from other states.
How do you pick which one you're supposed to root for?
Rams, and
the what? I know Rams because Rachel.
The Chargers, which used to be the
Chargers. That's not a football team.
The San Diego Chargers, but are now the LA Chargers.
That's not
There's also the San Francisco 49ers, and there used to be the Oakland Raiders, but now they're the Las Vegas Raiders. So this is why I don't know. So
the 49ers are now the Chargers?
No, not what I said. The San Francisco 49ers. And then there used to be the San Diego Chargers, but 2 seasons ago they moved to LA, kind of.
Does anyone like them? I haven't even heard of these people.
Yeah.
The Chargers?
Yeah.
Never heard of them.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard of that one. I've heard of the Rams because my dad and my sister like the Rams.
Yep.
And the 49ers sound really famous. Sure. I know that one.
Yeah, they are a popular football team.
Okay, so it's not. So which states don't have a football team? I feel bad for them.
A lot. Connecticut doesn't, where I'm from.
It doesn't?
Mm.
Oh my gosh. So why do you like, but you like the Lions.
Wyoming.
We're on football
the
now,
Dakotas.
guys. The Dakotas. Yeah.
Don't have a football
I don't
team.
know.
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, I thought it'd be interesting to talk about baseball because I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
But it's the only sporting event I've been to.
A baseball game? Which one?
Dodgers. My dad used to take me to Dodger games.
Uh-huh.
I had a pink Dodgers hat.
That's cool.
Hot pink.
Uh-huh.
Hard. It was like the hard shell one.
What?
Yeah, it was like
you had a hard hat?
Yeah, like a hard one so I could play baseball.
Like one of like the plastic?
Yeah.
So like a helmet.
Oh, is that a helmet?
Yeah. Do you want me to explain to you what helmets are? Because I think you might need one for just daily life.
Well, I thought when you think of helmet, you think of like riding a bike. You don't think of like playing a sport. I get unless it's football, I guess those are helmets. I would call that a helmet, but I wouldn't call it a helmet
or on hockey or baseball. Like you.
Yeah, that's true. Baseball, I don't think of that as a helmet. That's a plastic
Their batting
hat.
helmet.
It's a plastic hat.
Okay.
I guess it is a batting helmet.
The one that you wore, like, I get it, probably first came with ice cream in it, like an ice cream sundae, and then you turned it into a hat.
No, it was really actually a baseball hat.
Well, it was not. It was like a fake toy helmet, essentially. And the helmets that they wear when they're batting are helmets. Like, they just have a brim on them. Like, they have, like, padding. I mean.
It's like a cute little brim.
Okay.
Like the one you wore in Vampire Diaries. A tiny little brim.
Unnecessary burn, but okay. So we're talking about this because right now the Dodgers are in the playoffs.
Yes.
They play tonight.
My dad loves the Dodgers.
They
do.
They do play tonight.
Are they winning?
Well, they just beat the San Francisco Giants in the National League Division Series. So now they're in the National League Championship Series.
So it's the championship now. It's not
just the National League. In baseball, there's the National League and American League, and the winner of the National League is deprived of a number of divisions, same with the American League, and then they narrow down to just 2 teams who play in the World Series, a best of 7 game
timeout
series.
There's a National League and an American League?
Yeah, in the same way that there's AFC and NFC in football. They just
I don't know what you just said.
I know you don't. You're also not even trying to understand.
I am trying to understand.
They categorize the teams regionally for the most part, so that they can establish divisions, and then the winners of those divisions go to the playoffs, and they play the other winners of the divisions in separate, and kind of imagine brackets.
Yeah.
And
it's a pyramid scheme.
It's
it's a pyramid scheme, essentially.
You ever filled out a bracket for like a college football, like March Madness? You ever done that?
A family tree. Like a family tree, pyramid scheme. Type of thing. Yeah, because it's getting smaller and smaller amount of teams until you get one at the top. Like a pyramid, right?
Sure.
But anyway, my point is, okay, so they have the Nationals and then the Americans and then the world. So are they playing other people in the world?
No.
So what?
Well,
I mean,
yes.
3 American
Yes, in the sense. What? 3?
Because you said there's the Nationals, which is our nation.
The National League.
The National League, which is
it's
everyone in our nation.
It's just like what they name it. Like it doesn't really, it's not really.
And then the American League.
Yeah, but like also a lot of the players they're from all over the world. Like, so it's not like.
But it's like the Kentucky somethings, the San Diego somethings. You know, it's like, it's
the
not
Kentucky
like
what's?
I don't know, but they're not from other places. Like the teams, they're like from cities in America. So it's weird to me that it's like the Nationals. Okay, well, we're in America as the Nationals. And then the Americans, well, we're in America.
Well, they play other countries. That's called the Olympics.
There's baseball in the Olympics?
There's basketball. There's not football.
I didn't know there was like that kind of sports in the Olympics.
Yeah.
I'm shocked. I thought the Olympics was like gymnastics.
There's that too.
I thought it was like all the like cool sports in the Olympics. No offense
to And in the Winter Olympics, like
sports.
Hockey, like that's huge. Like
yeah, I guess I remember hockey being an Olympic thing.
Never heard of
Does
Team
Canada
USA?
win every time with hockey? I feel like they would.
They probably have won before. I think Russia. I think Russia was like the
So how far is the Dodgers in this baseball? Are we in Nationals, Americans, or Worlds?
We're now in the National League Championship Series.
So we're still in the beginning.
No, we're in the second round of the playoffs. And the team that wins, so now they're playing the Braves in the National League Championship Series, and whoever wins that best of 7 series, meaning there's 7 games scheduled, but the first team to win best of 7 would be 4 games.
So there's 14 teams.
What?
Because 7 games, that's 14 teams.
No, between the 2 teams in their series, there's
so there's
series
only 2
of games.
Teams that play every game?
No. God.
Well, I'm confused. It's confusing because there's 7 games. 2 teams have to play in a game.
Right.
So
No,
there'd
there's
be
not
14 teams.
No. Stop. No.
I don't get
So
it.
at this point now, there's only 4 teams left.
So 4 teams play
Make
7
it to
games.
the National League and American League Championship Series. There's only 4 teams left.
So 4 teams go to both National and American.
No, there's only 4 teams left. American American League, National League. There's the 2 best teams in the American League, 2 best teams in the National League, and now they're both playing each respectively
So there's
a best of 7 game
leagues.
series.
Okay, got it.
Which whoever, so Dodgers, Braves, and then it's the Houston Astros, somebody else, I don't know, and they're playing best of series, and the winner of the best so the first team to win 4 games out of these two teams will then go to the World Series, which is a best of 7 game series, as it is in basketball. But in football, they just play 1 game. They don't do a series of games. That's why it's called the World Series.
So there's only 4 teams left right now.
Yes.
Got it. It's okay. And American League and National Leagues it's not levels of competitions. It's just like whatever
it's just
league
how they
you end up in.
regionally, separated the teams into divisions.
So what league is Dodgers?
The
Are we
difference being in the
Americans or
American League, they
Nationals?
have pinch hitters for pitchers. In the National League, pitchers have to hit.
Okay, but who's
designated
Dodgers?
hitters.
Are we Americans
National
or
League.
We're Nationals.
Yes.
Is there one you like want to be? Is there one that's better?
There's some. Well, you don't want to be in a more competitive one because even though the Dodgers had such a great record, they were a wild card team this year because like the Giants were so good.
So they didn't win?
They didn't win the division. No, the Giants won the division, but then they beat the Giants in the playoffs.
Where are the Giants from?
San Francisco.
Okay. So do you know who's the final 4? Dodgers?
Yes.
And who else? Do you remember? Do you know?
The Braves.
The Braves?
Yeah, the Atlanta Braves.
Okay.
And the Houston Astros. I'm blanking on
Astros, that's a cute name.
You like that name?
Yeah, it's like very like spacey.
Uh-huh. And the Red Sox, of course.
Red Sox is what?
You tell me, where are the Red Sox from?
Is that
Do
New
you
York?
like that name?
Is that New York?
Do you like that name?
I'm asking
The
for
Red
real.
Sox?
Is that New York?
You know, there's also the White Sox.
Can you just answer the question?
No, the Red Sox are not from New York.
That's
Absolutely
Yankees.
not. Yes. Whoa! And who else?
I thought it was Red Sox.
Well, who else is a baseball team from New York?
I don't know.
The Mets.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that. Okay, wait. So hold on. Who's the Red Sox?
Boston.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
Fenway Park.
Okay. Well, now I know everything about baseball.
You are an expert, I would say.
That was probably the most frustrating segment that we've ever done for the listener. Anyone who knows anything about sports hated that so much. And probably people who don't know anything about sports. But I feel like I learned a lot. There's Americans, Nationals, and they go to the World Series.
It and you don't care.
The World Series is 7 games.
If you were like, Erik, this is this like Sondheim musical, let me explain to you Sondheim and how he wrote lyrics and music and isn't this incredible? I would be interested and I would be like, yes, it is. And I would agree with you. And I would like, whatever. But like with
that's what
you're
I'm
like,
doing.
sports. You make me, and you like tell me to turn it off.
No, this is what I'm doing right now. Are you kidding? I'm trying to learn about it.
Did you?
Yes, I'm telling you. I learned that about Americans, Nationals, and then there's the World Series and there's playoffs, which is the same thing as like series the whole time. It's just they decide at one point it's now the playoffs because it's a pyramid scheme.
Sure.
And there's 7 games in the World Series, and whoever wins that, there's two teams that play the World Series, and whoever wins that wins all of the world, even though it's really only America.
Okay, you're an expert. Yeah,
that's pretty much right, I think. Okay. Well, anyway, let's leave this conversation and say thanks to our next sponsor of the day, which is Stamps.com. We love Stamps.com here. If you have a small business, you know that there's nothing more valuable than your time. So stop wasting it on trips to the post office, all right? Stamps.com makes it easy to mail and ship right from your computer. We love Stamps.com. I'm always sending things from our house constantly. Every week there's something that has to go out. And we've spent so much time at the post office that we didn't even need to, because you can do everything right from your house. It's really wonderful. And you guys should definitely listen up if you are sending things out of your house kind of ever, because it makes life very convenient. Since 1998, Stamps.com has been an indispensable tool for nearly 1 million businesses.
They've been around since 1998?
Yeah. Yeah, they're crushing the game.
Since modems?
I guess so.
Wow.
Stamps.com brings the services of the U.S. Postal Service and UPS shipping right to your computer. Whether you're in office sending invoices, a side hustle Etsy shop, or a full-blown warehouse shipping out orders, Stamps.com will make your life easier. All you need is a computer and a standard printer. No special supplies or equipment. Within minutes, you're up and running, printing official postage for any letter, any package, anywhere you want to send. And you'll get exclusive discounts on postage and shipping from USPS and UPS. Once your mail is ready, just schedule a pickup or drop it off. No traffic, no lines. Easy peasy. Cut the confusion out of shipping with Stamps.com's new Rate Advisor tool. You can compare shipping rates and timelines to easily find the best option. There's no risk at all, so I don't know why you wouldn't do this. Save time and money with Stamps.com. Like I said, no risk. And with our promo code RELAX, you get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in RELAX. That's Stamps.com, promo code RELAX. Once again, guys, Stamps.com. Never go to the post office again.
What would your side hustle Etsy shop be if you had one? I've always kind of wanted to do that.
Really?
But like, would never, like, for what? I thought that'd be, we're creative people. We like to do things with our minds and our hands. Like, is there anything you've ever like made, been like, oh, I could have an Etsy shop for that?
No,
No?
I don't think so.
I always thought like, I like to find old furniture on the sides of the road that people are like dumping and like redo that, like refurbish them.
Yeah.
Sand them or
But
turn
you
them
only have
else.
one thing in your shop every like 4 months.
Right. So it's like, and like how, like that probably is very expensive to ship.
Well, Stamps.com can help you out. Love you. I have a gift for you.
And this is so many questions and gifts. What an episode.
Well, we just took a little break because I needed a moment and I went to get a snack. And I found a present I have for you.
Oh.
It is a ball of Daisy's cat
Where did
hair.
you find this ball of Daisy's cat hair?
It was on my shelf that has only my gestational diabetes food on it.
In our fridge?
In our fridge.
Your diabetes shelf in our fridge.
My gestational diabetes shelf in our fridge.
Well, why was it there?
Because you probably put it there. It's
I
a
did.
huge ball of cat hair.
Nobody else who lives in this house could reach that shelf. I put it there. Why did I put it there?
Because you're a jerk.
Yes, but also...
Because you hate our cats and you're trying to make a point that you hate our cats.
No, where did I find this ball of hair?
Oh, probably all over the house. You probably
More
collected it all
specifically,
morning.
just
Behind
in
the
one
couch.
spot behind the couch. Why did I find it behind the couch?
Because I was sitting on the couch last night.
And what were you doing on that couch?
I was brushing Daisy.
You were brushing Daisy. Okay, understand that. To get this amount of hair off of her. For the listener, I'm holding a baseball, speaking of baseball size ball of cat hair.
And he put it in the fridge.
Where you would find it.
Instead of saying to me, hey, can you just throw away the cat hair?
How many times have I said, stop pulling hair off of that cat and just placing it on the couch or behind the couch where you're
I'm pregnant. I didn't want to get up
sitting.
to throw it away. You weren't
You
in the
do
room.
that. You've been doing this since well before you were pregnant. You deserve this moment.
It was really gross. So I lost my appetite.
Did you really?
Yeah, so now I'm not gonna eat.
Oh,
So
no.
no, I'll eat. I'm gonna eat, but I just
Did you really? That made you lose your appetite?
There
That
was
was not
a
my
huge
goal.
ball of cat hair on my food.
Well, I also lost my appetite when I saw it on our floor and couch.
It wasn't on your food you were about to eat. It was.
It usually is. I can't tell you how often I'm like take a bite of something and then realize there's a cat hair in my mouth.
That's true.
And now our son has a phobia of cat hair because of our cats and cat hair being everywhere.
He does not have a phobia of cat hair.
Oh, it's a full-blown phobia.
No, it is not. He just doesn't. He goes like, oh, there's cat hair.
Today at Target.
Target today. And while we were at Target, he was so sweet. He was holding Eric's hand. I'm holding onto the cart because I need a cart just to walk around stores now, just to hold on to something. And so I'm holding onto the cart and he goes, wait, stop.
Everybody stop.
Everybody stop, like yells it. And we both stop. And he goes, and he just lifts his other hand up to me so that I could hold his other hand because he wanted to hold both our hands because he's so sweet. So we're both holding his hand. And then we keep walking and he goes, wait, everybody stop. Like, I mean, it loud enough for everyone in Target to hear. And then he bends down and he looks at the wheels of the Target shopping cart, and there's gross things attached to the wheel, including hair, which I can't even go into detail about it because I'm gonna throw up. I'm very nauseous. But he goes, there's cat hair on that. Yeah. Felt like I was gonna vomit all over the place.
Why?
Because I was thinking, I can't even talk about it. The Target wheel, I pictured it in my mind. It made me grossed out.
You know what? One of the things I think you love me. But I think,
You think?
yeah, I do. I hope. Do you?
You don't know?
But I do think there must be things you don't like about me. You know what I mean? And I think one of the things you don't like about me is my shocking ability to always pick the worst cart at Target.
What?
I'm really bad at picking carts. Like I always get one with like a wobbly wheel or a broken wheel.
Whoa,
And when I
whoa,
pick
whoa.
a cart, I commit. I'm not like, oh, this cart's got a wobbly wheel, I'm going back for another cart. I full on commit to like, I will push a squeaky 3-wheeled cart
This is
around
so
the entire
funny.
grocery
This is
store
like
Target
you guys are witnessing
the whole time.
what anxiety can do in a person's mind firsthand right now.
Everybody hates me.
Because I have never, one, noticed that, and two,
Every time you're like, go get a different cart. And
I have never said that. I've never
I was
said that.
shocked because of the filthy, disgusting cat hair wheeled cart. Are you going to vomit now?
Yeah.
Though I picked today that you were not like, go get another cart. You're always like, you need to go get another cart.
I do not remember
And
a
you
single time
always-
where I've said to get
You
another
always
cart.
talk so much about the cart that I picked. Like that I feel like I should
What?
take it
I have
like that
never
I
even
take it
noticed it.
personally as if I had built this cart from
You
scratch.
know what's so funny is I don't remember ever doing that. And if I ever have, it's not because I think you picked a bad cart. It's because of my weird thing where there's like a sticker on the cart. And I'm like, I can't push this cart. There's a sticker on it. Like it's never been because I thought you picked a bad cart.
Oh, I've always taken it personally.
Clearly. But in my mind, I'm like, oh, he's going to be mad. But like I have this gross, weird phobia where I hate stickers and there's a sticker on this cart. I can't push this one. So we both were having our own like, oh my gosh, he hates me, she hates me moments in our minds. But I've never even noticed you picking bad carts. It was more like, oh, I'm such a weirdo that like I don't like stickers.
What an incredible podcast this is.
I've
people-
never was to, and
People can just
also
listen to this for
to
free?
clarify, there's nothing I don't like about you. That's not true. I really don't. No, I'm saying what you said is not true.
Oh, because you
There's
said
nothing-
there's nothing I don't like about you. That's not true.
No, I'm saying there's nothing I don't like about you. You
Yeah.
said there must be things you don't like about me, and I really thought about it. I was like, I don't
Just
think there
like-
is.
In like a Curb Your Enthusiasm kind of way, where you're
No.
just like, it's kind of like, meh.
I could do without that.
Yeah.
Well, now I know that you have those things about me,
No.
which is like leaving cat hair behind the couch.
No.
But I really don't think there are, because things I think that would like annoy most people or bother most people and like relationships that you hear about, I'm like, I don't know, they're endearing.
There's that movie, 10 Things I Hate About You.
It's a great
Name
movie.
10 things you hate about me.
I can't. That doesn't exist. Are the 10 things you hate about me?
What are you looking at? Why are you looking at me like that when I said that?
I love. Do I need to explain ADHD
You make
to
me
you?
self-conscious.
Okay. Anyway,
I had fun on our
wait,
date.
do you have 10 things you hate about me?
No.
List them. Let's do it.
All right.
Okay.
Want me to just fire them off
Cat
rapid
hair,
fire?
Cat hair behind the couch.
They're all cat hair related.
Okay. Yeah. And what else?
I'll listen back to episodes of this podcast.
That's
Is this
true.
episode 40?
Yes. Congratulations.
To you.
We're 40 years old today, or 40 episodes old. That's a big deal. We should have had cake. When we get to 50, we should do a cake.
Oh yeah. 50. We should do like it'd be fun to do like I have this. I want to talk to people that listen to this. We got to do that. We got to figure out how to do that.
Okay.
Let's get like a burner phone and just call people.
Okay. How do we do that? Guys, tell us how we do that.
Or something. We should do something for 50.
Okay. Sure. 50 is going to come about when the babies come.
Yeah, we'll still be doing this though, right? It'll be fun. We'll need it. We'll need this time to talk, I feel like, especially when the babies
We'll
come.
have twins, because 10 weeks from my 30, that would be 40
Yeah.
weeks, which babies will be well out of my body by then. 40 weeks gestation. They will be out and about.
They'll be on your udders.
My
Wow.
udders. Stop talking about crotch butter, love. Crotch pocket
Is
butter.
that butter in your pocket? Or you just
God.
I hate end it.
This episode is a wild one. You want me to end the episode? I just keep dragging it on.
No, I keep saying it back. I keep thinking it's over.
All right. Well, we love you guys. Thanks for listening. Thank you. No, love, stop with the cat hair. Get out
It's
of
your
here.
cat hair that you pulled off
Get
the
it.
cat.
It's not, dude. No, it is not my cat hair. It is our cat.
It is our cat hair. We're married.
Yes, everything. Anyway, thanks for listening. Why are you leaving? We're not done. Thanks to TJ and Chris for producing and making this happen. Thanks to Audio Boom. for making it happen.
Thank you to you.
Thanks to our sponsors.
Whoever you are.
And thanks for listening. I can't believe anyone listens or watches this. Thank you.
I watch.
You don't.
I certainly do.
What? When do you listen to this podcast? You do?
All my free hours of the day.
Oh my God.
Night.
Okay. Anyway.
In the morning, I'm a morning person.
Are you?
Serial killer, right?
Yeah.
Anyone who says that?
Yeah, I think so. I can't.
What are you doing up so early? You're serial killing.
Yeah, probably.
What I believe.
We've been watching too much true crime. Okay.
It's rotting
Goodbye.
our brains. Bye.
You can relax. Colleen and Erik have a podcast. The world is scary and we're locked in our home. But now we have big microphones. So you can relax. That's the name of our podcast.